Hello and welcome to the registration presentation, and today we're going to talk about registering for classes for next year. I have with me Miss Addie, who's 9, and she's going to help me teach you guys that registering for classes isn't as scary as it looks. So we're going to dive into registration here, and signing up for classes really has a bigger goal, and part of that bigger goal is graduating from high school. What do you think about graduation? What does it mean to graduate from high school?
Where you graduate to another class.
You graduate to another class, exactly. So part of this process of registering for classes is reaching that goal of graduating from high school. And to graduate from high school, you will need to meet the graduation requirements at Glacier High School, which is 22 credits to earn a diploma. Now you can get up to 28 credits. So what would be the difference between 28 and what you need to graduate, which is 22?
6.
Very well done. She's a math student. So six credits where you could take additional classes of your choosing. And then in the end goal, you would earn your high school diploma. What would you like on your diploma? What would you want written on that? What do you think? What would be nice?
I don't know.
Yeah? How about your name? Maybe
Yeah.
your name? Yeah! We'd have your name on the high school diploma, which you would get on that day that you graduate high school. So 22 credits. That's the goal. That's the goal for graduation. Along the way, though, once you get that high school diploma, that's going to be your ticket. It's going to be your ticket for a lot of things after high school. One option may be going to a 2-year college like FECC. And at that school you can study any number of things like culinary arts or maybe even nursing. Culinary arts is kind of fun where you get to cook things. You
Yeah,
like to
I wanna
cook
do
things?
that, yeah.
Would that be fun?
Yeah.
Did you cook something last night?
Yeah.
What'd you cook last night for us?
Egg sandwich.
Egg sandwich. It was amazing too. So culinary arts might be your thing. A 2-year degree from FECC could be one thing that you get from your diploma. Some of you guys will want to go to a 4-year college. 4-year colleges require at least a minimum core, which we'll show you on the diagram, or you could get a rigorous core. That sounds like a ferocious word. Say rigorous.
Rigorous.
Yeah, rigorous core, which basically means you're going to take an additional math course and science course that might make you eligible for scholarships like the MUS scholarship. Scholarships equal money, and money is good. Why?
Because you can save up for stuff?
You can save up for stuff. You could buy a bike or something, right?
Yeah.
So, we're talking about graduating. We're talking about reaching those goals of getting that diploma and options after high school. Along that journey, though, while you're in high school, some of you may be graduating with honors. You may have worked so hard in those 4 years in high school that you earned a distinction cord. Some of you might even earn this green cord, which proves that you got all A's all 4 years in high school. What a wonderful achievement that you could have. And you would wear that cord on your graduation day as thousands of people are cheering you on for all your achievements. So there's honors and distinctions for your hard efforts. Yes, and some of you will actually graduate with distinction. You will graduate by focusing on a certain course area over 4 years. And there's lots of different areas that you can focus on. Some of you will get a gold cord for working extremely hard on rigorous courses. Exactly. You'll take 6 or more AP courses over 4 years to earn that cord. Others may get a fine arts distinction with the royal blue cord, or a light blue cord, which would be the international language. Which is your favorite color cord? If you could pick one, what would you pick?
I would like the red, white, and blue.
You like the red, white, and blue one. That is a pretty one.
Yeah.
Also, there's a purple cord for the STEM distinction. That would be someone studying in the science pathway or engineering or math. What's your favorite course? What subject?
Math.
I thought so. That was pretty obvious with that early answer with the graduation requirements. So in that regard, you would have a purple cord to wear at graduation, which would be a wonderful achievement. So many of you, yes, you will go on to get some kind of distinction in many areas. Again, all a part of a larger goal. Registration is simply you revisiting your goals for what you want to achieve in 4 years in high school. And now we're going to switch gears a little bit to actually dive into the registration process and go over the registration form. So the process works like this. Today, you will all receive your registration form, and you will start the process of filling that form out and getting teacher signatures over the next week to sign off on the classes that you choose, and also getting your parents involved in that process and talking about your plan for next year. So today you get your form. You'll have the next week, a full week, to get teacher signatures and get advice, talk to staff members, talk to friends if you'd like. Make sure they're friends who give you good advice. They're not on the verge of dropping out or skipping class to go to Walmart. Those are the people you want to talk to, people who have a plan and have some goals for the future. And then on February 17th, the counselors will actually be coming into your classes to help you register for your classes on PowerSchool. And on that day, you will all be officially registered for the next school year. So that's the plan. And now we're going to jump into the actual registration form. So for the junior year, you will see on that very first form, it's got basic information. On the back form, it's going to have a huge list of classes that you can choose from. Now, from your freshman year, it was kind of like a McDonald's menu. You had some classes to pick from. And now, going into your junior year, you will have basically a Cheesecake Factory type menu of courses. You remember going to Cheesecake Factory and we went to Disney? There's that restaurant with all those choices. Wasn't that a fun restaurant? Yeah, it's kind of like that. You're going to have a lot of options to pick from for next year. So going through the form, we're going to go step by step. And at the top of the form, you're going to notice this is where you need to fill out your name and email information and cell phone information. And I'm going to have Miss Addie help me. She's going to actually start filling out a form to show you. It's really not that scary. Always print legibly for your form at the top there. You can skip the cell phone because we probably aren't going to have a cell phone until we're 18 maybe. So we don't have to worry about that at her age, but you guys can fill out your cell phone, your email information, get your parent information on there as well. You'll also notice for juniors, there's a couple of check boxes for junior graduate or running start, which are some options for next year. Running Start program, it's a chance where you can take college courses for free at FECC, and I can explain a little bit more about that. Maybe it's a culinary class or something. I can explain more about that. I would just encourage you to book an appointment with me, and we can talk more about Running Start options for next year as well. So going down the list in your form, the first thing you're going to look at is you're going to look at your English options. For some of you, you're going to choose composition and an English literature course. And you'll notice up here on the form that there are many options for those English lit courses. You can take American Lit, you can take outdoor lit if you like outdoor experiences, you could take poetry. You know a few poems. I'm not going to ask you to recite one, but what poem do you know?
The Happy Farmer.
The Happy Farmer. Okay, not all of you know that, but The Happy Farmer is a poem. It's a good poem, and she knows it. I'm not going to have her recite it, though. So there's lots of options for that English literature option, and some of you may choose the AP English option as well. Make sure your teacher gets signed off on that. Next, going down the form, you're going to see that you have a social science course requirement. United States history will be required, or some of you may take AP US history as well. And then looking down, your favorite course subject, which is math, because we need 3 credits of math to graduate. So all of you will be taking math next year. Notice there are tons of options. Some of you are already in those upper level math courses. Will have a chance to take pre-calculus or AP statistics, even a concurrent math course where you can get college credit taking those math courses. You'll probably be taking a couple of those, won't you? Mm-hmm. And then science, 2 credits of science to graduate. Some of you will already have met that requirement. I'm encouraging 3 years of science for those of you applying to scholarships and going to colleges out of state. There are a lot of options for that. You have astronomy, which is the study of, what is astronomy? What do we do in astronomy? We study
Stuff.
Stuff, yeah, we study stuff. Stuff in outer space. That's right. Or forensics, botany, any number of science courses that you can choose from.
Planets.
Planets, there we go. What's the largest planet? That's a tough one. I'm putting you right on the spot. Jupiter,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a chance to pick elective classes. What are elective classes? Take a guess at what an elective class is.
It's class.
That's right, it is a class. It's a class that's basically of your choosing, something that isn't necessarily required for graduation, but gives you a chance. Again, if you want to distinguish in a certain area, you can. Why take an elective class? You'll also be asked to pick an alternate elective, just in case you don't get your first choice for electives. Going through the form on the back, you'll notice you're going to need 1 credit of fine art for graduation. Tons of options there, anything from ceramics to a music course to theater, lots of options there. Also with vocational, you're going to need 1 credit of vocational for graduation. You can take anything from culinary arts to a business course to welding, maybe even start a welding business or a cooking company or something.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too. That's a good idea. So lots of options for vocational courses, and then obviously PE. You've got to get that PE in. If you're going into your junior and you haven't taken a PE, you're missing out because they have a lot of fun at PE, okay? I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. Like dodgeball, right?
Yeah.
We could do dodgeball in PE. Or you could take fitness conditioning, where you're getting all buff, working out there a couple days a week. So there's a lot of options. Make sure you're getting that PE credit in. You're going to need that for graduation. And lastly, international language. Can't say enough about how wonderful that department is and how incredible it would be to have an international language for your graduation. Some general electives also, learning labs, early releases, those are available. So there's your form in a nutshell. I want to say 1 word on AP. Here you have a list of several of the AP courses that we offer here. Make sure you're prepared for it. It's going to require some extra time out of school. It's going to require some extra studying. And just counting the cost, knowing that you're going to have to put quite an investment in those courses. And reviewing the process once again, today, February 10th, you're going to receive your form. You have the next week to get signatures, and then on the 17th, you will register. Lastly, you'll see this beautiful picture behind me, and it's just a reminder that there are better days ahead. It's been a wonky year, to say the least, from COVID to quarantining to political tensions, no Marvel movies at the theater. I mean, it's just not right. So there's been a lot going on this year. We know that next year there are better days ahead of us, and you'll see in this picture, it's a beautiful picture of Glacier National Park. You like to camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part about camping?
Roasting marshmallows.
Roasting marshmallows. You know what? Registration isn't scary. It's like s'mores, okay?
Yeah.
There's just a lot of fun stuff in the middle that you get to be a part of before you reach your goal of graduating. So thanks so much for listening. Thank you, Addie, for being here. It's great to have you here. And we wish you the best year and the years ahead. Thank you.